your mind as you were singing that were being brought out, and you were just expressing them involuntarily, but it just shows how much the feeling gets into your music. And John Bon Jovi is sitting here probably wondering when I'm going to stop babbling, but I know he's got something he wants to toss in. John?
Yeah. Hey, guys, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Now, moving right.
Yeah, thank you very much. I got to tell you, I don't have too much to say about the new music, only because I've just now, for the very first time, heard The Risk of You and Me, and I am so taken with the concept of that title, and I'd like to know what the origin of it is, because I just think that is so apropos and so perfect a description of a successful relationship.
Oh, definitely. And I'll just mention this, like Bobby, he had this line. I don't want to speak for you, Bobby, but I know that he was mentioning when we sat down to write, I have this idea of, the risk of you and me. And so with that, we sat and we started to just to write, and we actually it was actually our first collaboration. We had David Boris come over, and he's actually a country writer, and he's such a lovely local guy, and it was our first experience of writing with somebody else, and we all sat down and decided that we would center this song around that idea, and it really does stem from our personal experience, because not only are we musical partners, but we're partners in life. And for us, kind of morphing from just friends and musical partners into actual life partners, a lot of people had ideas and opinions about that, and we were like, you know what, that's so strange that still this day and age people are so very opinionated about other people's lives, and we decided that we would write a song about the risks of love and living life and being free to do that. So
I've never thought of that as a concept before, but the more I think about it, it come this December, my wife and I will be married 37 years, and it's very much a love affair, and it just this whole thing, the risk of you and me, it's like, it just bowled me over. The title, I mean, it's a great song. Don't get me wrong, terrific song, but the title just knocked me over. It's just great.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wonderful, thank you. Yeah, like Sarah said, I had this thing. It was the actual caption I had in my head was, "We're out here for everyone to see, and that's the risk of you and me." And being again, musical partners and life partners, and then going out and doing music together, we're for everyone to see, and there's opinions, and so that's where that stems from. Like, we sat down.
He's right. John's right. It's an almost magical title. It's really deep, but yet it's easily grasped, and I think that's great. And Sarah, you said one thing that I'm going to editorialize for just a second here. I agree with you that it is strange that people are still so opinionated, but I think that's indicative of our society today, because I think that's one of our biggest problems. People have gone beyond opinionated, and they have become almost entitled in that they feel they have the right to force their opinions on other people. And I think that's a big thing that we have to deal with in society today. Now, you've got another one, another tune that's coming out in about a month. I think, the 8th of November, Masquerade will be out.
Yeah.
Yes, tell us about this one. I know you guys well enough to know that you don't just sit down at a tune mill and crank out songs. There's got to be a story behind this one too.
No, there's definitely stories. Bobby, did you want me to talk about it, or did you?
Absolutely. Yeah. No. Definitely. You go right ahead.
So the lyrical. So of course, Bobby is. I mean, often our collaboration is that he will create something on the guitar and then give it to me, and he does that with such emotion and so much little effort to it that it's really just a beautiful base to be able to write and to feel moved to write by. So I'm pretty blessed that way, because when he gives me things, I find it just naturally kind of will just come out of me a little bit. And so with this song in particular, Masquerade, I wrote the lyrical content about somebody very important in my life who was going through addictions and mental health issues, and I didn't have any idea, and it was a family member. And it wasn't until all was said and done and, everything kind of came to light that I realized the grand masquerade that this person had to put on just to keep everything a secret and make it seem like everything was okay on the outside. And so it's kind of a story song. Whenever we play it live, honestly, it's probably our most favorite tune. And I always tell the audience just to bear with me till the end because it's a good story and it turns out well and everything's okay in the end. And there's a lot of hope and there's a lot of struggle in it as well and very relatable, but it's a very precious song to me in particular, and I think everybody is really going to connect with it and love it.
Well, we're going to find out right now. Look at this. The time has flown by, and it always does when you're here. It seems like we could go on for another hour. Really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing with us. Always a pleasure. Keep in touch. We definitely want to have you back again, and we can have about 20, 30 seconds. Tell people how they can find you.
You can find us on our website, www.focusyouraudio.ca. All our social media links are on our website, but you can also find us on Facebook, Focus Your Audio Band, Instagram, Focus Your Audio Band, and Twitter, Your F Audio. And, you can find us on all those.
Fantastic. Sarah, Bobby, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm not supposed to say that. It's uncool in Canada, but ladies and gentlemen, they call themselves Focus Your Audio. Here is the November release, a preview, Masquerade.
You made changes, moving on with your life.
Masquerade. They call themselves Focus Your Audio. Look them up. And, of course, our other guest, Annie in the Water. Be sure and check them out online. Drop them a line. Stop by their websites. Leave them a comment. They'd love to hear from you. We thank both of our guests, Focus Your Audio and Annie in the Water, for coming by, sharing music and stories with us. We look forward to having you come back and visit us next week. John Bon Jovial, take us home.
Yes, sir. The David Bowers Awards, that's us. We are broadcast around the world from the studios of Computer Help USA in Naples, Florida, and, of course, from the Valley of the Sun in Tempe, Arizona. And we are available for free on Blog Talk Radio. You can also find us on the Anchor FM app for the iOS phone and the Android phone. I think the iOS known as the iPhone. And also on Apple Podcasts. You'll find us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Amazon Alexa devices, as well as SoundCloud and Mixcloud. And you can also find us on the TuneIn Radio app and Podcoin, which is the app that actually does pay you to listen to podcasts such as the David Bowers Awards. Click the follow link on our Blog Talk Radio page and be sure to like The David Bowers on Facebook and Twitter. And be sure to join us next week. We'd really be grateful if you would. Saturday at 12 p.m. for the David Bowers Awards on WRFZ-FM. That's 106.3 on your FM radio dial in Rochester, New York, Rochester Free Radio. And, of course, Blog Talk Radio, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. UTC for more great indie music and talk with the people that make it happen. So until next week, for the David Bowers and Nick, our marvelously geeky and happy engineer, I am yours truly, the legendary John Bon Jovial, saying be sure to love each other, and we'll see you next week right here on the David Bowers Awards.